Hello guys and girls, and welcome back. It's your boy Big John. The at's at the bottom of the screen if you'd like to listen to my music. So is all the relevant information I'll be speaking about in this video. And today what I'm going to be speaking about is keeping it simple. What do I mean by that? Basically, I mean that once you have something, and that's a strategy in Forex, it's best to keep it simple and stick to it. Especially, I'm sure you've heard this saying before, if it's not broken, don't try and fix it. And I've been a victim of that myself in this market. And lately I've been trying to find different ways and methods of how to become more profitable, more faster. Looking back on this in the last about 6 months, I've seen it's had more of a hindrance on my trading rather than me just keeping it simple and trading how I have been for the last 3 or more years. If you do want to get into the one-time fee VIP group or any of the services I actually do have, the links for all of those videos will be in the description below. And you'll also see a link up here for the VIP service group. And now let's get straight into the video.
Starting from the bottom like Drake, got that young moolah but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.
Okay, so right now we're just going to go back to the sheer basics of what I did teach people when I was trading. And this goes back all the way to my first video on YouTube, which is the 2 and the 7 moving average crossover, trading gold and getting in and getting out. It was literally just super scalping. That's what it was. And I do want to go over this because, you know, I have found a method now for me that works and I'm very happy with this method. And I'm going to continue with this process. And I would love to be able to share this with the community over time so you can see my growth as a trader, just keeping it simple with a set strategy and not overcomplicating it. We have the 2 simple moving average, we have the 7 simple moving average, and we also have the 200 simple moving average. The 200 moving average acts as a trend divider, so therefore we know what direction we want to be getting our entries in when the 2 and the 7 moving average crosses over. I have told people many times before that the 2 and the 7 moving average crossover is the same moving averages that are used in the TDI. All that I've done is just put those moving averages onto my chart so I can actually see when the candlesticks do cross over and it gives me a possible entry. You do not enter straight away. You wait for the crossover to actually appear on the candle and then you enter on the next candle. So your entry would have been here. No different from how a TDI works. I had a lot of mixed reviews on this strategy. You know, a lot of people had messaged me over the years telling me how much money they've made from this strategy. Some other people told me that, you know, it has blown their accounts and they haven't been able to make any money from it and different things like that. Some people don't even understand the strategy at all, and I completely get it. But what this strategy is based on really is market structure giving you a trend direction, which the 200 moving average helps you with that. And again, you can just enter the market when you get a crossover here and you're looking to get X amount of pips. So it's a quick in and out method. You could either use this to do a day trade or you could use this for just simple session scalping, Asian, London or New York. And you can clearly see how when the market was underneath the 200 moving average, look how you was in a clean downtrend. And when it was above the 200 moving average, look how many buys you would have been able to catch. For me, this strategy was great, but it still didn't kind of fit my personality. And I was still looking for something a little bit more in the market. And that leads me into the next strategy that I actually started to trade a lot. Okay, so this is the London breakout trading strategy. And this strategy is very, very similar to the crossover. You can see I still have a 200 moving average trend divider. And what I do have on now, how I explained before, is instead of me having the moving averages on the chart, I realized that because I didn't want to have too much noise on my chart, whereas I might want to use other indicators, I just reverted back to the Traders Dynamic Index, which is the TDI. I also learned a lot more about the TDI in the years to come, which actually helped me to say, you know what, it's good to just use it as an oscillator on the bottom of my chart. The TDI actually helps me with trend. It actually helps me when prices also overbought and oversold and different little factors like that. So now you can see with this strategy, similar to how the crossover was, all I'm looking for is price to be under the 200 moving average and I'll look for sells, and of course price to be above the 200 moving average and I'll look for buys. And the next thing I would do is wait for the London session to open. So for me that was at 8 a.m. in the morning. As you can see here, this box would have started to form. It would not have been this big. It would have been very small just on this candle. When I have seen the crossover happen right over here, I would have got in the market. This wasn't the best entry in the world because I didn't see a pullback shark fin to tell me, you know, price has done a possible stop hunt and then giving me an entry, but it was still good enough enough to say we're in a downtrend. A London session has opened and it's told me the TDI is going bearish. So again, I would have just put my stop loss above these highs and then looked to take this trade. This again is a scalping / day trading strategy. Even though it was only through a selective amount of time I was looking to take a trade, I still had to make sure I was at the charts at that specific time. Now, with all of that being said, we're going to move on to the third strategy. So the first thing I do is I just get my Fibonacci tool and I go from my swing high to my swing low. Now here's the settings for my Fibonacci, and this is great because this Fibonacci settings gives you a few more Fibonacci levels so you can see extra pullbacks that might occur in the market. Now the next thing I'm looking for is I just want to see if price action is going to break out from the highs or from the lows. Of course, price action was at the low recently, and this is why we've been catching a lot of buys in the cross USD pairs, which is like EU, AU, and GU. And what I'm looking for next is a break of structure. This is what I have taught people before, and if you're not aware of market structure and breaks of structure, then you need to look at my price action master course, which is also in the link below. Now we can see straight away that market structure had really formed its last lower high all the way up here. So this was a far way away, especially when it came to Fibonacci levels, looking for if the market was going to go here, break, and continue to go further up. So I was telling traders that we would be expecting to see the market make more of a type of pattern going sideways first to find new areas of market structure to break. So when we do get to this point over here, we can see the market had bought all the way up to here and then pulled back. So right here, I had my first idea of where the market could break structure here and continue to possibly buy. Again, this is still quite far up in terms of Fibonacci levels. And if you want me to make a Fibonacci video in future, please let me know. If I get 30 comments saying you want a Fibonacci video, I will put a Fibonacci video out there for you, showing you exactly how I use it as well. Even though we still had our structure break here, the market did go on and create new levels of structure over here, but that is not too bad for us because we are still looking at the market breaking back and giving us a possible entry. And this is how I get my neo trading strategy. Very simple, not hard. I pay attention to my daily, weekly, or monthly time frame. The daily gives me a nice execution point. I'm looking for my highs and my lows and my breakouts and my retests. You have to be patient with this strategy appearing, but of course at the same time you can get excellent results. When we pay attention to what actually happened here, the market did break through and pulled back towards around the 38.2. So when I'm making my Zoom meetings, I would have been telling every single person that I could see there's some liquidity down here because we could see there's a wick down here. And we would have been looking for the market to come back into this area to cover some of this wick in order for us to grab a trade. And when the market came into this level, then we go over to what we have on Telegram, which would have been a Trinity break of structure alert on a 15-minute time frame. Again, if you want to figure out what Trinity is, I explain all of this in the one-time fee VIP group video, which is also in the description link at the beginning of this video and is also linked below. Upon us getting that result, we was able to get into this market for a buy trade even on NFP Friday because we had looked at the long-term results of what the market could possibly do. And our stop loss was just below the low. We had a Trinity alert literally about there in the market, and then we had a long-term trade that went all the way up. So this is how I'm able to catch like 14-hour trades. Yes, these trades do not appear in like one day. It might take like 2 weeks for a trade to get to where it needs to in terms of max take profit, but we can see how simple this is. If I'm not waiting for my Trinity alert when price action gets to this level, then what I will easily do is, again, I would have set myself a line here. I would have gone down to my 15-minute time frame. I would have set myself an alert on here and just go once per bar close. And then all I have to do straight away is just go to OK. So guys and girls, I would like you to understand how simple this actually is when I'm trading like this. And this is why I prefer to trade this way. I'll show you some more winning results from these trade setups now. So in my Discord, this is actually where I keep all the results for the Neo trades. There are losing trades as well. I don't want you to think every single one is a winner, but in the last couple of weeks we had about 4 losers and we had literally about 8 winners, if not more, and you can see all of them are here. And this is what I do give out in the VIP Zoom call every single Sunday. I'll be telling you I'm waiting for price action to get to these levels on these pairs, and we're going to be looking to take these type of trade setups, and you can see these are all the results here from these Neo swing trading type trades. Again, they will not appear every single day in the market, but when they do appear, just like this one here, look at this 33 RR trade that was given out on Telegram in the Neo VIP group, and every single person was able to take this type of entry for this big Neo setup. I'm not telling you that these trades will appear every single day. It might take a week for it to form. It might form in 4 days. It might form in 2 weeks. Hell, we might not even get a trade in a whole month, because you can see how huge the trades are. But when they do appear, they're very consistent. And for me personally, this is a very simple way to trade, because I can set pending orders, or I can wait for my alerts to appear, and it gives me so much time in order to be more flexible when it comes to trading and actually living a lifestyle with trading as well. So I hope this helps you out, guys and girls. If it's not broken, don't try and fix it. If you want to get into any of my services, all the information is in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy Big John, and I'm out. Peace.
Started from the bottom like Drake. Got that young moolah, but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.